So in this video we will do factorization of quadratic polynomial. So it will be of the form ax squared plus bx plus c, and we'll take the case when a is not equals to 1. So you can see that we are taking the case in which we have some fractions in the question. So now how to factorize these kind of questions, so we will discuss this one now. Now the first one, it is 2/3 x squared minus 5x minus 8 over 3. So first step should be that we should get rid of the fraction by factoring the denominator 3 and 3 out. So we will write, since it is in the denominator, so we'll write it as 1 over 3, and then you can see what all terms will be there in the expression. So it will be 2x squared, and then we have minus, so it was 5x, so we'll write it 5x, and what did we factorize here? 1 over 3. So this was the number 1 over 3. So what we will do, we'll multiply the reciprocal of it here. Okay, just remember this concept. And the last one, 3 was already there at the bottom, so we just write it as 8. Now we have 1/3, then we have 2x squared minus 3 times 5 will be 15x minus 8. So now you can see in the bracket we have the expression in the form ax squared plus bx plus c. So this is the form ax squared plus bx plus c. Now in this case we write the product. So what should be the product? So product is your a times c. So this is a value. So what is a? So we write a as 2, b is your minus 15, and c is minus 8. So we write a times c, which will be your minus 16, and the sum is b, which is minus 15. So we look for two numbers whose product is minus 16. So and sum should be minus 15. So you can see we always start with 1. So if you write 1 times negative 16, so you can see that in the product will give you minus 16, and when you add you get minus 15. That means these numbers work here. So now we continue with this. So it is 1/3, then we write 2x squared, and then we write in the end minus 8. In between we will write with the help of these numbers. So it is minus 1x and plus 1x and minus 16x. Now we take pairs, and out of these pairs we'll factor out whatever is possible then. So 1/3, and then the first underline we can factor out x, so this x and x, so we are left with 2x plus 1, and then out of the second underline pair you can see 16 and 8, we can factor out 8. And what's the sign here? Minus, so we continue with this, so minus 8, and then we are left with 2x and 1. So remember that whenever we factor out this minus here, so always remember to put a plus, change the sign. Now after this you can see what answer do we get. So we get 1/3, and here this is 2x plus 1, 2x plus 1, so we write 2x plus 1 as one factor, other will be your x minus 8. So these are the terms. So this is the way we factorize when we have fractions in the question. Now coming to the next example. So in this again we can see there are denominators 2 and 2. So to solve this, so first step is we factorize 1/2. Since 2 is in the bottom, so we should always factor out 1/2 or 1 over 2. Now it is 3x squared. So there was 2, we simply write 3x squared, then minus 1x. There was no 2 in the denominator, so what we write here 2, and then we flip this number, so we write the reciprocal, so 2 over 1 like this. So you can see what expression do we get? 1/2. This is 3x squared minus 1x and minus 4. So you can see again, if you relate with the quadratic, ax squared plus bx plus c. So in the bracket we don't have any fraction now, so it's easy to do. So what is a? So a is 3, b is your minus 1, and c is minus 4. So what is the product we write? So product is a times c, so which is minus 12, and sum is your minus 1. So you can look for the numbers. So what numbers will make it work? So you can see two numbers whose product is negative 12 and should add up to minus 1. So we can take them as minus 4 and plus 3. So you can see they work. When you multiply, you get minus 12. When you add, you get minus 1. Now coming to the question again. So it is 1/2. So it is 3x square, and then we write minus 4 in the end. So in between we can write with the help of these. So we write minus 4x and plus 3x. So then make pairs and see that what do we then able to factor it out. So in the first underlined pair you can see x and x we can factor out. So it is 3x minus 4. After that, what sign do we have? So we have plus, and out of these two we factor out nothing is common, so we can factor out 1. Always some number should be there here. So 3x minus 4. Now you can see this is common, so we get this as 1/2. So it is 3x minus 4, and out of these two then we can write them as x plus 1. So this is the way we factorize when you have fractions in the question. So pause the video and try the questions in the same way. Once you get the answer, check the answer on the next slide. So here is the answer. Hope you got the answer correct. If you understood the concept nicely, please like the video and share it, and also subscribe it. Thank you.